Hey viewers, welcome back to my channel. Crystal here from Early Brush, Late Brush YouTube channel. The late brush part is all about the sunsets, and I haven't had a chance to paint too many of those, but I have come across a YouTube channel of some people who live a few hours away from where I did in New South Wales. They own a property called Chimney Creek Farm. Tina and Paul have kindly allowed me to take some screenshots of their beautiful sunsets and dusk scenes. They're up there living a self-sufficient, off-grid lifestyle, so I'm going to put a link to Chimney Creek Farm's YouTube videos in the description box. But the collaboration I'm doing with Tina and Paul is that I will record the painting process of a few of these images taken from their property, and in return they can choose one or two paintings to have for free. This is the first one. It's of a big old tree up here on the hills. You look across the valley, the sun is starting to set, the hills are turning that lovely mauve blue colour. You've got the lemon colours in the sky, and then it's fading to the mauves. It's just such a tranquil scene, and I love painting it. So I will roll the intro and you can watch how I painted Dusk and Quiet Places. Chimney Creek Farm has a YouTube channel, and the three images below are potential reference material for some of the sunset paintings that I will do. This is video footage that Tina and Paul have taken of the potential site for their new home. This is the reference photo that I'm going to work from, but I need to stretch the image to fit the rectangular artboard. The colours that I'm using are white, lemon yellow, alizarin, oxide of chromium, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, burnt umber and dioxazine purple, and I'm painting on a 9 by 12 inch birchwood panel. I have chosen a warm colour palette different to the cooler reference photo and have blocked in the tree. I add rusty brown colours made from burnt sienna and white to the mid-ground grasses. A deep viridian colour is placed at the base of the clumps of wild grasses over to the right. As the painting progresses, it's just a case of continually deciding, is this paint that I'm making warmer or cooler than the last part that I made? You have to compare what is to the left, what is to the right, what is above, what is below, and it's a process of continually making micro refinement. I decided to start this painting with the tree, not just because it's the focal point, but I needed to make all of the other colours relate to that tree. As it is sunset time, there's not a lot of strong light and shadow as there would be in the middle of the day. It is more a fairly even tone, and there's really just two sort of light and dark areas. but I wanted to make it more interesting. So there's greys, there's olive greens, there's rusty browns in it, just so that that main focal point has interest. After that is done, then I move on to the distant row of trees in the middle. Again, they're just suggestions, impressions. They don't need much detail. Ultramarine blue is mixed with burnt sienna to create a mid-tone grey colour that helps the distant hills recede into the background. If you're enjoying watching the painting process and this artwork come into manifestation, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel or to even just give me a thumbs up. The painting itself has taken around 8 hours, and then the editing process takes about 5 hours. And that's all for a few minutes of you being able to enjoy watching my painting process, and hopefully you learned something. I would really appreciate any of the viewers just helping me so that the algorithms will select my artwork and make it shown to other viewers. Thank you. In this part of the painting process, I'm making sure that the lighter tones of the rocks match the colour and tone of the clouds. All of these subtleties help tie the painting together holistically. The greener grass is shorter in length, perhaps cropped by a mob of kangaroos, but the foreground grasses are taller and bend in the breeze. As you can see from the difference between the reference photo and the actual painting, I have strayed a little bit off track. In my mind, I was thinking, well, all of that foreground grass that is quite low in tone, it's very boring, and so I decided to lighten a lot more areas and add a lot more colour. But that actually doesn't stay true to a dusk scene. So as you will see, I will put up the image of the painting and then the modifications that I had to make to get it back to more like the original reference photo. The artwork that was in progress, the leaves in the tree were very blocky, so I've made some refinements to them and made that a lot more softer. The grass in the foreground was quite light in patches. I've had to take those tones back so that it's more uniform, and you can see the result in the right side. I've done a few more refinements into the rocks, especially the one on the right side. I've added a bit more of the warm colours into it. And then the sky has been added. I still think perhaps that the sky could have a bit more of a punch of lemon yellow and peach into it. So I'll let it dry and then assess whether I need to put a glaze over the top. But thank you for watching this painting process, and I will see you in the next demo.